We got 5 headlines coming out of Super Wildcard Weekend that you need to hear. 5 things that we think really stole the headlines. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Top 5, driven by Ram Trucks. Listen, when you hit the gas pedal on a Ram truck, the only sound you hear is you know they're getting back into NASCAR truck racing.
That's right.
Yeah,
Truck series.
What have you said about NASCAR truck racing in the past?
It's arguably my favorite thing ever, and that was before Ram trucks were out there on the dirt track. So I can't wait. I forget when it actually is starting, but I've been basically waiting every night for this to happen.
Yeah, and we're not 100% sure if it has already happened.
Yeah, correct.
19 days, right? If your counter is right out there in the think tank.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure
Well, we don't know, though,
days.
because
Might be
power
18,
goes out.
hours.
Yeah, it might be 100
minutes.
days.
Yeah.
Could 9, could be a 0.
You're right.
Whatever the case, this is driven by Ram. Let's get to number 5, shall we? The Chicago Slight. A cold handshake after a crazy comeback. What a win for the Ben Johnson-led Bears. Everything that Ben has kind of preached about mental toughness and his team has shown, fourth quarters, they've been outrageous. Everything he has tried to build so quickly over there in Chicago comes to spotlight in the Super Wildcard round against NFC North rival for a long time, the Green Bay Packers. Packers up by a lot, kicking the shit out of Chicago Bears.
Yeah.
I'm texting Chicago Bears fans saying, just like we said. You thought Ben Johnson was going to be able to go in there in 1 year and create an actual winner? Whenever push comes to shove, you play a good team, you're going to lose. We already played the Packers. We already beat them. Doesn't matter. Bears can't get it done in the playoffs. A lot of people thought that. Turns out they can.
Mm-hmm.
And you know who can't?
The Packers.
Green Bay Packers owner.
I shouldn't say that. Matt LaFleur can't get it done in the playoffs.
Whoa! Well, wouldn't that be the Green Bay Packers? I saw he's potentially going to be maybe negotiating to sign a new one with the Green Bay Packers.
Deal.
Yeah, we'll see. No, but I mean, you hit the nail on the head. It's like the Bears have been doing this all year long, and kudos to Ben Johnson for dropping his nuts on the table, not only at his opening press conference and kind of starting this whole thing off and saying, like, you know what, I enjoyed beating Matt LaFleur twice a year. I can't wait to do that again. And then just kind of all the back and forth that led up to the game, like, he knew he was going to get crucified. He would have got killed if that would have been the end result. You know, they just played flat the whole game, but he is an unbelievable coach, and his team believes in him, and we saw what happened.
Yeah, and not only believes in him, what Caleb Williams becomes late in these games is outrageous. Let's go to 537, 27-16. Caleb's down 11 at home. This is going to be his legacy.
Jesus.
Crossbody on the run, one leg off ground, one fallen into a bucket, 4th and 8 pickup, extends the game, keeps it alive, and has play of season as he's jumping out of a sack. I mean, you're talking about Caleb shit in the NFL here. Now, I did see a couple people tweeting about people wondered if he was going to be able to do this like he was able to do in college in the NFL. I was one of those people. I had no idea if he was going to be able to do stuff like this against grown men who are all the best in the history of the game at one time. He certainly can.
Yeah.
And his arm strength is outrageous. Outlandish, I would say, with how strong he throws the rock. And then obviously his ability to move is crazy. 3rd and 10 now after they pick up the first down. D-Butt, they always got it when they needed it, especially in the biggest moments.
Yeah, this the 3 times these two teams played, it always kind of came down to the end. We had the interception in the 2 games where he made big-time plays down the stretch. But this is what he did all season long for the Bears. Already 6 fourth-quarter comeback wins leading into this game, now 7, including the playoffs, which is most in Bears history already. He's kind of already up there when you talk about Bears all-time quarterbacks. But, I mean, just these throws, Colston Loveland, he's been unbelievable, especially down the stretch.
Had to go for 2, obviously, to make it a 3-point game. Mm-hmm. Oh, my God. Are they going to erase 11 points in 4 minutes? Are the Chicago Bears at home going to be able to do it? Well, Jordan Love says, not on my watch. Dime to Dobbs, who is the greatest guardian cap wearer in the history of football.
For sure.
Yes. Yeah.
He's the best player by far. That thing is everywhere. I see it, and whatever protects your brain, whatever makes you comfortable, you do what you got to do. But it does stick out, and he always seemingly is making big plays. What a catch, what a throw. Gets them in a field goal range. All right, let's at least make them have to go down the entire field and get a touchdown. Brandon McManus, former Super Bowl champion, reliable normally, not this year as much for Green Bay, misses his 2nd field goal of the night.
Yeah, I mean, and this is the shit that drives you insane because I've been saying this for weeks now. He's 3 of 9 on field goals over 40 yards this year. So, I mean, they knew that was an issue going into the game. Really knew that was an issue. And
guys won a Super Bowl. He's been there. He's done that. I will stick up for McManus.
Sure.
Now, on that note, he makes the 50-some yarder
Yeah.
Timeout. Hits it again, misses it, seems to move a little bit more. This ball feels like it was head down the middle, moves way to the right. Extra point miss, obviously, becomes a huge He had his worst game I think I've ever seen Brandon McManus have in the Super Wildcard weekend against Chicago Bears.
Yeah, but again, you don't want to just shit on him because he has had his moments in Green Bay, but like he hasn't been good this year. He just hasn't, and that's kind of where you're like. And I don't even want to say that because, honestly, yes, he misses that extra point. Packers drive down the field at the end of the game. He's not making that field goal to tie it. The way that the game was going, they had to score a touchdown. He's just not sorry. But, yeah, you leave 7 points out on the field in a playoff game.
Yeah.
That's usually going to come back and bite you in the ass.
On the road. You might as well go ahead and call it a couple of turnovers. Then 3rd and 4. Are the Bears going to answer in front of a crowd that was insane? Very quiet, obviously. Didn't have much to cheer for a long time. Then this fourth quarter, Chicago Bears fans, awesome performance, I would like to say. Incredibly loud, wildly into it, and it felt electric through the television. 1st and 10, down 3. What's Caleb going to do? Pump fake, got him. Touchdown, DJ Moore. This one almost went into his face mask, into his helmet, like in that one kid movie where they throw the football in.
Little Giants?
Yeah.
No, Giants, bang, where it goes right there. DJ Moore almost got that. Had a drop a little bit earlier.
Yep.
So him having this catch, this touchdown, this release, this everything in this moment, congrats and shout out to DJ Moore. Always been an incredible player.
Yeah, in this situation, Caleb didn't have to make a phenomenal throw or break the pocket. This was a great play call from Ben Johnson, and they kind of set this play up. One of the first plays of the game, they ran a screen to the same side of the field, picked up maybe 10, 11 yards, and then came back to it now at the end of the game, kind of a screen and go. Great fake, great pump fake. Everyone executed properly, and then obviously hit him with an accurate throw for the go-ahead touchdown.
I mean, if that thing hits in his face mask and sticks there,
That'd be awesome.
I mean, that'd be a really cool thing.
Catch the catch.
And said, DJ, he caught that thing like this. That is maybe the hardest. That's an incredible grab, especially in the moment. To score a touchdown, those easy ones, always the hardest. Congratulations, DJ Moore and the Chicago Bears. Now the Green Bay Packers will get a shot at it, down 4. Got a chance to take a Hail Mary. We drop the snap, obviously, then we bumble around. Somehow they stop blocking, even though I still have the ball. Now we have pressure, little throw to no one except for their team. Could have got a pick in the Super Wild Card, instead drops it 31-27. I'll put this thing into the stand. Somebody can keep that for the rest of their lives. Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson experienced their first playoff wins together, and it's a dawning of a new day in the NFC North.
Wow. Yeah.
Then at the very end, obviously, there's a ritual that happens of sorts. Each coach will go out and shake each other's hands, say, way to compete out there. Well, there's been a couple of these, obviously, this year because it's been split. Matt has been on the winning side of it, quick. Ben has been on the winning side of it, quick. This one, though, woo! Go ahead and keeps it moving as quick as possible. Easy come, easy go. How you doing? Keep it moving. Matt LaFleur said, good job, and then he turns quickly. I don't know if there was an extra stick-em on the end of that. Did he yank him that way, or was that just kind of Matt LaFleur pivoting like that?
It might have been like a watch this. Watch me go celebrate my guys, bitch. This is going to be awesome.
Oh, is that what he was saying?
Yeah. Look this way.
Something that wasn't really talked about here is the fact that Ben Johnson going in, yelling, quickly leaving, certainly an alpha dominance, but it was an answer, I think, to what LaFleur did before, right? Didn't LaFleur do a quick handshake on the way out whenever they won over the Chicago Bears?
Yeah, he did.
And these two have been bickering for a long time?
Yeah.
I saw some people saying they didn't like this. Who was Schwartz? Didn't he go fight a guy?
Oh, yeah.
Schwartz fought a guy.
Schwartz and Harbaugh.
Yeah, Schwartz and Harbaugh fought a guy.
The backpats.
Back- yeah,
the backpats. Yeah.
And then Ben Johnson in the locker room going, "F the Packers."
Hate those guys, man.
Yeah, then him saying how bad he hates them, like continuing to follow up on it.
That's
and the
surprising.
Chicago Bears posting it. Okay, like the Chicago Bears posting it. I respect that. I love that. I wonder what the Packers did to the Lions. Was there some sort of something with a locker room incident, some personal incident that took place? Because Ben Johnson immediately upon signing to the Chicago Bears says, can't wait to beat Matt LaFleur twice. Like literally says that. Oh, pissant. I can't wait to beat him twice. And we're all like, yes, we love this for the rivalry. But then now it's like real heat. And Ben Johnson living the gimmick in this entire thing. And the Chicago Bears social team posting that means everybody in the Bears building saw that and was like, yeah, we do hate those guys. Let's go ahead and run this. I love that for football. I love that an entire organization in the NFL, which I would say sometimes lacks the passion that college football has. I like that in the NFL, in a professional business, brand new head coach, a lot of new pieces in there. Obviously, ownership passed, got new ownership in there. I like that they're all bought in on keeping a rivalry of hatred. Hatred. Like, I like that. I don't know if LaFleur is doing enough. I don't know if the Packers are hating the Bears enough.
Certainly isn't.
I don't. Well, okay. I didn't mean that. You are certainly,
In any regard.
You'll certainly be able to speak your mind here in a matter of seconds. But I don't think the Packers are pitching that. The Bears coming out and saying, nah, fuck this team over here. And that's been a rivalry for how long? Forever, right?
Yeah,
Big city versus small town.
Over 100 years.
Yeah.
It's like the oldest rivalry in professional sports.
Yes. I love everything about this because Ben Johnson is letting his boys know, like, hey, this is really how I feel about
Let
this
them know.
entire squad. This is how Ohio State and Michigan started, right? Then the two coaches, they were both Ohio State coaches, then old buddy leaves and goes to Michigan, and their actual heat is what led to the Michigan thing. It's like I will be tuned in to Bears, Packers, not only because the coach is seemingly good, great teams as well, both sides. I'm not saying Ben Johnson, I'm saying LaFleur too, seemingly good. And also all the shit. This is a real rival. I love it, D-Bud.
Yeah.
I love everything about it. There's people that are saying they didn't like it.
Of course, there's going to be people that didn't like it, especially I actually part of both of it, both parts of it. The handshake, obviously you think, hey, you want a coach to be respectful, and regardless of what the game is, regardless of how you truly feel about each other, do that gimmick, how the gimmick is supposed to be done. In the post game, when you know it's recorded and you know it's going out, hey, have the respect. And it was surprising to me only because of the history of the Bears and, like, from the ownership level, I know they're really specific. I think even with, like, a Hard Knocks, they were like, hey, very careful with the language. We don't want, this franchise represented in a certain way. But he's fired up. Like, his first playoff win. And it seems like this is who he is, authentically. Like, he's been himself. And when you hired him, you got to support the face of the franchise, the new CEO of your team, if that's who it's going to be. And then hearing on the flip side, I feel like Caleb is – he sounds like a 40-year-old man when he's talking. He always taking the high road and being classy, and then he'll take his shots, on his socials and stuff like that. But I love it. I love when it's some real heat between coaches, between players. It's football. I don't mind, people shaking hands and exchanging jersey or any of that either, but I also do like some of this throwback heat for sure.
Ben Johnson today in his press conference via Ari Mirov here, it's a rivalry. City of Chicago and Green Bay, it needs to be a rivalry.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I might like him as a person. Who cares?
Love
The hell with him. I don't care at all. I love that. That's so good for our league. So good for our league. Because college football has that. A lot of that. And that is college football, clear number 2 sport in America. The ratings came out, and what are they? Who knows? I had split screen on yesterday with sound on one. So are they counting the one as the rating, or are they counting both? Because I had Golden Globes on. I had to see if Timmy and Dwayne and the boys get a big-time win.
Did Dwayne?
Did not.
Did Tim?
Timmy did.
Timmy did. But I didn't have any audio on over here. You see, I had the audio on New England game. Okay, so I was almost sent a picture and sent it to Nielsen on X.
Yeah.
Count this.
I can't believe you did that.
Why?
That's disrespectful to football.
I know it is. But I was trying to show respect to Timmy and Dwayne and them.
Yep.
I was trying to show my respect. YouTube provides that. YouTube TV, which I'm happy.
Yeah.
Thank God they got it. That by far the best platform.
Without a doubt.
By far.
By far the best.
No question.
I mean, just being able to do that. We're doing okay around here. 2 very big squares watching both things. And then, but the audio is only on one side.
Yeah.
So are they going to count me for that? Because then they will go commercial, and I'll be like, I'm going to go to the other one, and guess who comes on the other side? Drake May's rubbing off. It's like, yeah, right, dude. So sorry for me to care what's going on over here. I do wonder what that's going to do. But ratings up and to the right for football, huge. College football, clearly number 2.
Yeah.
Clearly number 2. I think it had 8 spots in the top 100 or something like that. It hadn't had that many in the past. 90-something were football.
Yeah.
And then the others were whatever they were. Like, how do you not like sports, these people that are just always miserable? How do you not?
question.
Everybody does, seemingly.
Yeah.
Get with the times.
Come on.
Get with the times. Football is good.
It's fun.
The best.
It's fun.
Sports, good.
They're fun.
Let's do that.
Humans. So humans playing and coaching as well. So it's always good to have like a human moment. Like,
Thank you.
Regardless of where it is, like, hey, keep your head up. You could tell Liam genuinely appreciated that too. So like, I just don't get it.
I appreciated Lynn going, listen, you're new here. You're a young lad. It's your first time. You got it, buddy.
You the one.
Just her inner body saying, this poor little, look at this little this guy needs to be lifted up a little bit.
Yeah.
Hey, Liam, you think it was a good idea to first question? Hey, Liam, earlier in the year, you said, It's like, give me the microphone, please. You all right, young man?
Did you see any of the other questions asking that pressure
No, yeah, that's the thing.
or answers?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We need to watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Well, it's not about winning the press
We
conference.
care. We watched the game. You know what happened? I don't want to see a coach up there pouting.
Yeah, but I don't. The ownership of what something is my problem with things. It's like we had 3 years, 4 or 5 years, I guess, in total, but 3 years, the first 3 years of Aaron Rodgers just wide open through an entire season. He won 2 MVPs.
It's awesome.
We wrote every single week with him, like every single time. And the guy never talked really to anybody before that. And they're like, get mad at me for not like countering an answer that he gave, that he has researched, that he lived, that is his opinions. And I'm asking him questions. We were learning about, like, how is that not journal? Like, how is learning entirely about one of the greatest of all time not considered some form of journal? Are documentaries a form of journal? Like, I don't think I fully just comprehend how this is what journalism is. It is sawing everything down all the time and finding the worst. It's like, what about learning about things and like expanding your horizon? Like, is that not a part of it? I genuinely don't know because I didn't get invited to broadcast boot camp. I don't have a clue what it is. Why is that always the thing? I don't know because we get accused of it a lot. Mm-hmm. A lot.
Well, I mean, the Rodgers situation especially. You know, you can't have your cake and eat it too. You know, you can't want you to be a CNN or a Fox News anchor, and then 10 seconds later, all right, now you're an ESPN guy again. Okay, you're a sports guy again. Shut up and talk about sports. It doesn't really work that way.
It's great. It's all good. But we're just saying it's good. You're allowed to be happy in sports.
It's fun. Yeah.
Like in our world, you're allowed to be happy. If you want to go be miserable, go do it. Like there is certainly a lot of options to just yell at each other.
Cover war.
I guess, and war is happening every day, I think, with the political world.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, that shit will show up in my algo, and I'm like, why would anybody want to get into this? This seems like the most negative of all of it. It just seems, and then every day somebody new is the best human on earth. And it's like, so you're fighting every day for a new best.
Good job, security, I guess.
Oh my God. It is just like a never-ending supply. And it's like, who's right? Is there a scoreboard? There is in our world. Let's go to the number 4 headline, and it's been very good to this team over the years. A familiar feeling in Foxborough. The Pats are all the way back. We chatted about it already a little bit, but here's the top 5 headline out of Super Wildcard Weekend. Mike Vrabel, he's done it, folks. He's done it.
Yep.
He got forced out of Tennessee. They're in a great spot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Goes up to Cleveland, has an office in the attic, I think. Okay, I don't want to say we FaceTimed him one time when he was there.
Oh, we did.
We did, and he was in and out. His office, I mean, I don't want to put anything down. I assume they just kind of cleaned out a closet maybe and put him in there. But
Ohio.
I mean, he was just in the building, like not really, but obviously helping around. We see him in the practices. We see him the entire thing just kind of hanging. And then him going back to New England after a one-year stint for Coach Mayo is just like an absurd series of events that leaves all football fans thinking to themselves, this is the next 20 years. We've already seen this song and dance, and it's a whole new cast of characters, but it's such a familiar feeling because one of the players is the guy leading it, and obviously the uniforms and the fans are the exact same. What a performance out of your fans as well.
Yeah, it was unbelievable, exactly. Starting with the fans, they were the best home field advantage home crowd of the entire weekend. You could even go to, the only one I'd compare it to would probably be Indiana in Atlanta against Oregon where they dominated, but I think they had 4 false starts, the Chargers offensive line, when it came to just noise in general from the Massholes. Josie was playing Living on a Prayer. Bon Jovi they came back with from one of their commercial breaks. That sounded electrifying. But then just the dominance of the whole entire thing. There's never really a moment where the Chargers offense looked like, okay, here they go. Early on, you mentioned the deflected interception interception Drake May had, and that set the Chargers up with 1st and goal. And what do the Patriots do? They just stand pat, basically lock it down. The Chargers decide not to, kick the field goal, get some points on the road, but instead they just say, hey, let's try and score touchdowns. You just showed the Milton Williams one. Sorry, what was that?
I was going to say, do you think Harbaugh was worried about his defense against Drake May and them early because he decided not to take the points? Didn't think that 3 points would be as important as they inevitably would become, obviously? Yeah. I was very confused.
The first
we didn't
points
take
of
points.
the game?
Yeah. Plus, with that defense, how many times are we going to be down in here? Just my thoughts from Jim Harbaugh.
Plus, you keep the momentum when you kick a field goal. As soon as you get stopped, that momentum swing is just ginormous.
Yeah, but did Jim think we might have to score some points here, at least 20 against
or did he trust his defense and say, if not, we'll pin him down here and we'll get the ball back?
I think that's what it was.
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
Yeah,
this is a bonus. This is house money. We just got a turnover. We didn't expect to get. We're down in here. Let's just go for it.
I guess it's whatever school of thought you're from. Some people, hey, if it's the points, especially the first points, take them in a playoff game. Or a lot of people now, especially with the new analytics, once you get kind of inside that red area, you're not taking any field goals unless you're 4th and 7 plus, probably, because the likelihood of the team getting the ball and then driving the length of the field and scoring is whatever numbers are there. So it's wherever place you're in, whatever analytics you believe in. You can always second guess the decision, but he also has, one of the best defenses in the league over there with the Chargers. So maybe he trusted him to hold him out.
And also maybe he thought his offense was going to be back there.
Yeah.
Maybe he thought this would be. There's so many different, until he comes out and tells us, which I don't know if he did. I don't know if he gave his answer afterwards. There's so many different angles it could be. And in Harbaugh's mind, he was right. And that's what some people don't understand about having a differing opinion about somebody else. Like at that moment, did not get to see what the Patriots defense was going to do to his offense all game. This is at the very beginning, had no idea what was going to happen. And in his mind, in the time, we need to go get a touchdown right here. Why not? Maybe we're not going to score a lot of these. Against this Patriots
it won't be down here
defense. We're not going to be this close with how good this Patriots. There's so many different things that are happening at the same time. All we do know is those 3 points will be huge. With the way the score started to go in the entirety of the game.
Yeah, especially just because they chose to play New England. They benched all their guys week 18. If they ended up playing against the Broncos, who knows? Maybe they win. They definitely don't travel to Foxborough. But Milton Williams was kind of the guy. He headbutted Mike Vrabel at the end here, which was incredible. After the game-sealing sack, Vrabel was a little bloodied up, but he, Mike Vrabel just loves getting bloodied on that football field. We always talk about when free agent frenzy happens, when the draft happens, you can't win any games in March, but definitely can make moves to help you win. Milton Williams wasn't supposed to be a Patriot. There was tweets, hey, Milton Williams is signing with the Carolina Panthers. What does Vrabel do? They come in way over the top, basically offer him, I think 5 or 10 more million than what the Panthers were offering him for this moment right here. He won the game. Him and Christian Barmore, I guess on Monday of last week, Vrabel basically said to lead off the meeting, hey, you too, this is where you earn your money. This is where, the similar thing to what Caleb was saying. This is where you make a name for yourself. This is where the big dogs eat. And they did. They completely took over the game. The defense had 6 sacks, and I think they had less than, 200 in total. I think they had 207 total yards, but with all that net yardage BS, it ended up being underneath, 200 yards. But the defense playing that well with what Drake May still capable of, even when he wasn't playing his best game. The road is clear now.
Are they going to be in everything DB or not?
They probably be at the top. I got to see what happens tonight with this Texans or Steelers defense.
Yeah,
but right now, 6 sacks, 30
they
pressures.
Were slinging that
I saw 30 pressures total after the game. Held the Chargers 2 for 13 on 3rd and 4th down conversions. Obviously, it starts up front. I thought the guys on the back end did a great job as well. And Common's been talking about Milton Williams being the highest paid Patriot player ever, and he showed up in the biggest moments. The last time we saw him in the playoffs was him dominating the Super Bowl against Patrick Mahomes and that Eagles defensive line. So this is a great example of a big-time free agent signing showing off in the biggest moments. But this is a complete team-dominant win at home.
Now, you mentioned that you guys overpaid him.
Yeah.
So you guys are in cap hell then? You're in a bad spot after this?
No, not even a little bit.
What do you mean?
There was so many of these guys that you're watching dominate. I mean, Chason had one of the also had a massive sack on a 3rd down, and Deba mentioned their 3rd down. Stats 2 of 10, 2 of 13. They're the number 1 3rd down team in the NFL this year, the LA Chargers, and it just did not seem like they could sniff a 1st down throughout that game. But boom, 44. He's on a 1-year deal. I believe Christian Ellis, the guy who recovered it, he's on a very low cap-friendly 2-year deal. Ponder, 91, 1-year deal. Like, all the moves they made in March and April are paying dividends in the playoffs. So I believe I think we're top 10 in cap space, so we can pay a lot more guys. Definitely not A.J. Brown because he has a $79 million dead cap hit. So
No, everybody, hold on. We'll get to that.
Yeah, sorry. Mike Vrabel.
Actually, on that note, bang! Number 3 headline.
Oh, no.
Another brotherly brouhaha.
Oh, no.
2 N's, not 2 D's. Fascinating. Dahn goes the world champs. The Philadelphia Eagles
Another.
in the link.
A neuter.
That neuter.
And Ooter.
There it is.
Could be
Ooter brotherly.
An Ooter brotherly brouhaha.
There we go.
That is a Delco exit.
An Ooter brotherly brouhaha here. Down goes the world champs. Philadelphia Eagles. World champs. So much talent. All across the board. Lane Johnson not playing. Surprising.
That was huge.
That was a big deal.
Yeah.
Me and AJ Hawk both, and I think D-Bud as well,
Yep.
all picked the Philadelphia Eagles strictly because Lane Johnson was coming back, and the offensive line was what carried them, in our eyes, to a Super Bowl last year alongside a number 1 overall defense in what Vic Fangio was cooking over there in Philadelphia. Almost forgot the Pison's name, 100% on me. Has not been talked about much this year because the entire conversation about this particular team all year has been how much A.J. Brown hates the team. Okay, it's not just the wide receivers. Last year, whenever they became a very run-dominant team, Saquon Barkley, we all remember, he did the thing, and he did the thing, and he did the thing, and then he did the thing, and then he was doing the thing. You know, he did
Bunch of
and the
that.
thing, and all the things. Remember, that's what they were doing.
A lot of it.
He was the number 1 rusher in the history of the NFL.
Yep.
In for 1 whole year, counting the playoffs. And then if he was to have his own individual representative on the rushing yards list as him before contact, before anybody touched him, you know, like let's say big, gaping holes, I think it would have been like the number 4 rusher in the NFL. So you're talking about what they did last year was just dominate the line of scrimmage and run the rock. First team to win a Super Bowl that was more run heavy than pass heavy since the evolution of football that we all watched live in person. So the wide receivers, Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown, both paid like number 1s last year, pissed. What are we doing? What are we getting paid money? Nick Sirianni, former college wide receiver, had to take it upon himself to keep everybody together. Hey, we're running the ball, we're winning, we're a number 1 team. Everybody hates us outside here. Yeah, who cares? Just go, we're a bunch of dogs. They win a Super Bowl. Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown, get the Gatorade tub, dump it on Nick Sirianni. Okay, all year it was the wide receivers hate the Philadelphia Eagles. They win a Super Bowl. The wide receivers are dumping the Gatorade bottle on Nick Sirianni. You got to think to yourself, wow, that's a great coaching job. That's unbelievable to be able to manage all of that, especially with the expectations going into the year. Then Kelly Moe gets a head coaching job down in New Orleans. New offense coordinator in Patullo. And they were calling him bad words at the beginning
Oh, boy.
of the season. And still are all the way through. And all of a sudden, A.J. Brown's like, I did it last year. Our offense stinks right now. I'm not doing it this year. Started getting loud. Started getting louder. Starting to become a little bit of a distraction, outside. But inside, everything's all good. We watch Hard Knocks with Philadelphia Eagles. Everything's all good.
Yeah.
They got it all under control. So in my eyes, whenever they get to the playoffs, the biggest stage is where all the stars want, hey, 2 big plays away from being trending topic number 1, and we're happy again. Whoever is looking for that. 2 big plays away from upping our stats and becoming maybe $5 to $7.5 million more expensive per year next year. Whatever the case is, you could do it in the playoffs. And then when it doesn't start happening, and then balls start hitting the ground, we start to watch it unravel. We're like, wait, I thought the big-time players were going to make big-time plays in the big-time games, which is why they're big-time players.
Yeah.
But instead, there was a big-time brouhaha.
Yeah.
Nick Sirianni, AJ, you son of a, what are you doing? You think you're doing? You need to finish play. You need to make a catch. Maybe get off the field, run off the field. What are you doing? What are you doing? What you say to me? Stop. Oh, pause. Italian.
A lot of people are asking why he's got a headset on.
Yeah, this guy.
What do you mean? Why has he got a headset? He's part of the game ops now. He's had the headset on all year. Remember,
So he can talk to his labubu.
What?
Yeah.
Sorry, what?
It's
Okay.
like it's like a fancy beanie baby.
a labubu.
Yeah.
What's that?
Big Tom has one.
Yeah, there it is. This guy sucks.
Hey, oh, look at my new Labubu. That's what he was saying.
He
Don
That-
did not say that.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
really like what you did to 0.01% of me.
Wow.
Okay, I don't like the way you just mimicked. It felt like it was a shot at all Italians.
No.
Dom didn't say anything about a little boo-boo.
I don't like what they're doing to Big Dom. And unfortunately, you either die the hero or you live long enough to become the villain. And that's where a lot of people are with Big Dom right now. But I don't mind his Labubu. I kind of like the Labubu.
Okay, I don't know what the Labubu. But this is coming. Labubu is a popular, mischievous-looking collectible monster character with pointy ears and sharp teeth, created by Hong Kong artist Kai-Sing Lung and produced by Pop Mart. Known for its cute yet creepy aesthetic, sold in blind boxes that add to the collecting thrill. He didn't even know what he was getting when he bought this thing.
That's a Big Dom Labubu.
Oh, it is. It got the
Yeah,
chain
it's
and
got the
everything.
eagle hat on.
Custom Big Dom.
It's little Dom.
Yeah.
Or like Ladudu.
I like Dama Boo Boo a lot. Okay, if we're gonna get into this business, I like it. But remember, he was given a headset because he was kicked off the sideline. What's his job? He doesn't have a job. Now he's assistant to general manager, assistant to coach, assistant coach. He had a headset on all year, and I've seen him flip that thing down in the background. I've seen him flip that thing down. If he had a little bit of ideas, maybe he's out there judging temperaments, just like at the beginning of the game when the Niners and the Eagles almost get into a brawl. They ran the history of these two, recent history. I completely forgot.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, they've had incredible battles over the last few years, especially in the NFC playoffs and games that matter. And on the flip side of that, this Niners team, how are they doing it? Which adds even more, I assume, to the A.J. Brown stuff.
Crazy.
AJ's thinking, hey, why are we even in a game with this team? Why don't we just throw me the ball and see what happens? Then he has a couple drops. They get a little bit out of control. And then Jawan Jennings is on the other side throwing dimes over the shoulder in a bucket to Christian McCaffrey as eating. He's eating a shot right to the mouth. Christian McCaffrey is a specimen. He is a machine. He is outrageous. He takes big hits. He makes big catches. He does everything. And remember, Christian McCaffrey can also throw this touchdown. I wonder if they have a alternate side where Christian's throwing this thing to Jawan Jennings. They have so many weapons. Kyle Shanahan's been able to rally the boys. The amount of injuries that they had, and now you got people in San Fran saying, Fred Warner's coming back next year. We've played long enough now that our all-pro middle linebacker, who's been described as the best linebacker in football, he's going to rejoin us, but they've had him gone. They've obviously had Bosa gone. Trent Williams has missed time. Brock Purdy has missed time.
First round pick has been out the entire year.
First round pick out the entire year. Wide receiver situation. They traded Debo away. I mean, you talk about a culture, a team having a run that none of us could have expected. I mean, outside of their locker room, outside of their fan base, it's like, what a win. And like Kyle Shanahan deserves a lot more credit whenever we get into the, hey, is he a good coach, great coach conversation? It's like, I don't know how you keep the boys motivated. I don't know how you keep the boys rallied, how you keep the boys bought in, but he's certainly done that. Juszczyk is a 10-time Pro Bowler.
Yeah.
They put that up on the screen. I'm like, 10-time Pro Bowler? That's first ballot. That 10-time Pro Bowler at a fullback position, and obviously he has completely transformed what the fullback position is. He's a tight end who's not scared to line up in the backfield, run your ass over if he has to. But he is just like outrageous. This entire group, I guess they have it all except for what? The Super Bowl.
Yes.
Yep.
And it's like, can they do it this year? They seem more motivated than ever. Going into the link and getting this win, they lose George Kittle, which is obviously heartbreaking.
That sucks.
That sucks so bad. George, Godspeed, tease of peace.
Good luck, George.
Sucks, dude. The story about a tequila bottle getting taken to the locker room, though, that's awesome.
Yep.
George, you continue to be legendary in every situation. We will miss you, obviously, and we know that you will kick ass throughout the entirety of recovery. I think he has like a full, remember?
In Nashville,
Yeah, he has like a full recovery
like a
facility.
massive barn.
The amount of commitment he has to his body on a daily basis, we assume he will just crush this rehab and this recovery and everything, especially with modern science. What we're seeing with Tatum, what we're seeing with Halliburton. Now, obviously, football, different sport than that. But, like, George, it sucks that that's how your season ended. We will miss you, brother. Thanks for your service to football this year, George. But on that note, they've been able to win somehow.
Yeah.
Kyle Shanahan, outrageous, this guy.
Unbelievable job as a coach. Kyle Shanahan on the offensive side of things. Brock Purdy, the weapons around him. Jawan Jennings, you obviously saw him throw the touchdown there, but he's been an unbelievable receiver as well. And then what Bob Saleh's been able to do on defense with a bunch of names that people don't know, guys just showing up to play week in and week out. Now, you talked about Juice being a 10-time Pro Bowler at fullback. A lot of people are saying he has more route options than A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, with how basic that damn offense is. So that's a conversation for this offseason. I'm sure that will happen in Philly that last play was a perfect example of that. But what Kyle Shanahan's been able to do in San Francisco is unbelievable.
Special, let's get to the number 2 headline coming out of Super Football Weekend, college football, an instant classic in it. Or do we think an ass beating's potentially coming? I don't know. We could have changed the headline. Set up in a banger in Miami is coming next Monday. This Indiana team, Con Man, we get a chance to be there. First of all, Mercedes-Benz Stadium, loudest stadium I've been in.
Yep.
Okay, actually hurt my ears. The way that pick six first play of the game,
man.
The roof went crazy. Indiana, for real, and obviously we've been saying it, and I don't want to undercut what they are. For real, though. This is for real one of the greatest teams ever assembled in college football.
Absolute wagon. It's hard to see them losing just because Mendoza's so locked in. Another game where he has more touchdowns than he does incompletions. This is the perfect setup for a national championship. He's going home where he's from, Miami, to play Miami.
Yeah, he went to Columbus High School, about a mile away from the University of Miami campus. His mom, I believe, actually played sport at the University of Miami, so this is a huge ordeal. They will be taking on the University of Miami. Physical, tough, mentally and body team. Cannot wait to watch this game.
Yeah, it should be awesome. They basically play like a Big Ten school does, so it'll be interesting. And they're very similar to Ohio State, who we saw last year, who you could kind of feel it. We've been at every single one of their games, and it did just kind of seem, hey, this team's destined to maybe not win the national championship, but at least be there. The perfect story, really, for the national championship.
Either of these teams can certainly win it.
Damn
Obviously,
right.
the best 2 teams have made it to the national championship. It's been very obvious. Cannot wait for next Monday night, as we'll be standing on the sideline on ESPN2 yet again. Number 1 headline, easy. It was a super duper wild card weekend. The record was broke for amount of lead changes in the fourth quarter. Need say anything else? No. Shout out football, shout out you. We're back on the other side. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice might change your life.